What is up, everybody? Welcome to the CheezeTalk podcast. I'm your host, Brian, and today I'm joined with my good Tennessee Titans buddy, Mr. First Down. Uh, yeah,
We're
today
friends.
wasn't
You can
the
claim me. We're friends. It's okay.
yeah. We actually, if you guys don't know, we did meet up at the draft in Green Bay this year. Yeah, I happened to see a man walking by with a big foam hat and the blue and the white whatever boas and
It's
holding his
Captain
drink,
Morgan. Captain Morgan.
heading to the restrooms. But
Oh, feels so good, boss.
no, it's good to have you back on, and
Likewise.
obviously with tonight's game or today's games, Titans look better than they have in the past. They kept it close. The Packers kept it too close and ended up losing. So I mean, um, what are your thoughts on this weekend's games?
So, if you look at it, by the way, this is upset week. You look across the NFL, everybody's getting knocked over, pushed over, coming through, all that good stuff or whatnot, except my team. I couldn't upset anybody. I couldn't upset a baby if I took their lollipop. I look at it. I thought that was a good joke, man. I didn't even get a smile out of you. Wow, wow, this interview's going great.
No,
Anyway,
I'm sorry. I was looking at my computer. Sorry.
no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I'll get you back. No, look, Titans fans need to learn to accept a couple of things. Is you're not going to go from worst to first. Your team does not have the talent available, and you're starting seven rookies on your team. You can't start seven rookies on your team. I don't care who you are, and expect success. That's not how it's going to be done. Now you've the one good thing you can say about my team is that every rookie that is playing is contributing and taking meaningful snaps. That's the only thing that really matters in the end, and that's what's happening here. So just trying to get through the season, hoping to see more development, and we have seen more development, especially after the coach was fired. And
Yeah,
we moving on. That's the thing that I keep driving through. Look how much better that it's not like we're immensely better, but we're better without him than we were with him, which should tell you everything you need to know about Brian Callahan. So just
yeah.
grinding, fellas.
You mentioned all that, and it's like it's crazy. Like if you have a coach that's like kind of stagnant and just kind of sitting and doing the same things over and over and over again, when you get a fresh face in there to try to make things better, like how much a team connects on that, and maybe they get better week by week from here on out.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they finish the season strong and have a good positive outlook on the off season and come back ready to compete next year. It's
Oh,
you never know.
100%. Totally.
But yeah, I mean, like with the Packers, it's like, and I'm sure this is the same for you. Like when the game starts, I mean, I guess for me, I mean, I don't know. The Packers have been consistently good for how many years or whatever. So it's like you kind of get that feeling when it's like a slow bleeding death, and it's like
Right.
it's it's gonna come down to the last possession, and it did. And I mean, it's just discipline. I mean, the Packers, you get a good first down, and the next play you get another good positive outcome, but then you get the penalty, you get holding, you get
Right.
false start, or you get it's just it kept discipline. It just kept shooting themselves in the foot. They kept it's just the play calling. I think today was horrendous, and it showed. I mean, they weren't aggressive. I don't think at all. I mean, they had a couple long passes, one to Christian Watson for like 51 yards. Um, I think losing Tucker Kraft was huge. I
It
mean,
was.
they're talking like, you know, torn ACL for him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I get you.
but then like Luke Musgrave, he stepped up, had some good receptions, and I mean, I think they can rebound. I think they got to get their heads out of their ass. It's just McManus. You signed him, you paid him big money to not miss field goals, and he missed, a huge one today. That would have been probably the difference maker at the end of the game. Instead of holding them to a game-winning field goal, they'd have to go down and score a touchdown. So it's just
Yeah.
little things that add up. Little things that happen early in the game and how they affect you at the end of the game is just you can't have those mistakes.
No, it's not a cliche either. Like, it is a game of inches, make no doubt about it. one thing not right here could lead to a domino effect. I mean, it's one reason we love the football. It's another reason we hate the football game. It's like,
Right.
oh my gosh, everything went right, but the left tackle didn't block, so that's it. Like
That,
it's. I don't think it's. I've never seen. It's one reason I love football. I could watch it 24/7, 7 days a week, or whatever. It is the ultimate team sport. If not everybody's on the same page, you're not going to win games, and
right,
that
and it's crazy too. It's like the probably one of the biggest games I guess of the season. I think was last week against Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love's
right,
mentor.
yeah,
And they went into Pittsburgh. Yeah, they were playing kind of iffy. The first half, but they came out that second half and they just put the game away.
right,
And that was on the road, on the
yeah,
road. And
Brian,
now you're playing Carolina at home with all this momentum coming into this game. And I think last week was probably one of Jordan Love's, besides the playoff game against the Cowboys, I think was one of his better showings. And then he comes into this game. I mean, his couple of turnovers that he had, or his interception that he had was, you try to throw it in triple coverage. That's,
mm-hmm.
not always the best thing. And then, it just you get so hyped up the week before, then from a really good win, and then it's like you play a team that, I mean, I guess Carolina has won 4 out of the last 5, but still, it shouldn't have been that close. There's no way. But it's just any given Sunday, and it sucks.
The old football adage, right? And I don't know who said it, but he said the strong may survive. That may be so, but the strong can get its ass kicked on Sunday too. It's 100% true.
Right.
Anybody can get beat.
I mean, you look at. I always, me. I always like rooting for the underdog because
Sure.
a lot of Wisconsin teams, I think, in people's eyes, are always like little brother, the small guy, because they're not a big market or whatever.
Right.
And you look at like SMU against Miami yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. I love seeing
Yep.
like teams like Miami lose, just because I have my personal vendettas against Miami for my own reasons, and I liked them when I was younger when they had like Willis McGahee and
Oh
all
yeah.
those guys, Devin Hester, and
They
but
were
you get
such a
older and
powerhouse. They were such
yeah,
a powerhouse. Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's just like, yeah, it's good seeing the smaller guy win sometimes, unless it's against your own team.
100%. 100%. No doubt about it. It's yeah. The underdog is always going to be the favorite, like the one that America really uh, holds itself to and hugs and stuff like that. That's why I always laugh when they say the Cowboys are America's team. I said no, it's whoever is trying to punch the giant. That's who America's team is. 100%.
Yeah,
No matter who's
absolutely.
yeah.
With all the hype around Cam Ward this year, I mean, I know he's just a rookie. He's had his ups and downs. I mean, I know there's some fans that are like, "It's the world's going to come to an end. He's not doing good." What are your thoughts on that? I'm curious
I
to hear.
Brian, you and I have watched football probably our entire lives, right? Have you ever just opened and shut a book on a rookie quarterback in year one? I haven't. Not in a million years.
I haven't had a chance to.
That's fair. No, I
It's,
meant like
it's draft and sit.
yeah, right, right. So like take that's funny. Take the Packers out of it. You can't write the book on a rookie in year one. You just can't do it. If you were going to do that, then Peyton Manning would never become who he was, ever. And there's tons of these quarterbacks. Just look them up, like these great quarterbacks that had a horrible, rough year. Joe Burrow had a horrible year his first year, and then he rebounded. Well, look at the examples we're looking at right now. Sam Darnold is what, in year 4 or 5? Now he's come alive all of a sudden. You
Right.
know, I don't understand the lack of patience with people now, but especially in year one, quarterbacks are when they're getting drafted first are going to bad teams, and they're going to have to learn to adapt and get better as it goes along. That's just the name of the game. So I scoff and laugh at anybody that wants to go ahead and shut the book on a rookie quarterback. That seems just bad all the way around. I wish I was in your position where I could draft and sit. That would be awesome. But unfortunately, the quarterback market is so bad. I can't even find a journeyman vet to hold the reins so Cam can sit. So
Right.
he's got to
Uh,
face
when
the fire.
when you mention a quarterback that made like an instant impact, like as a rookie, I don't know. This like my memory just jogs back like 25 years, and I think of Michael Vick.
Yeah.
How when he came in the league, he had a hell of an arm, and you
Mhm.
knew he could run. So it's like it's just I like we. He's the only one I can think of that made like that much of an impact as a rookie because he was just ungodly.
CJ Stroud had a good rookie year too, but then look at him the next 2 years. He hasn't done much. It's just what it is.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean the Texans should give up on him by any means, but
right.
like this, I don't understand the impatience with people. He's a rookie quarterback. He's got to learn. And guess what? He's when you're out there playing, it's trial by fire, and he is on fire, ladies and gentlemen, burning.
Yeah, but hopefully with the coaching being fired, or the coaching situation in Tennessee, hopefully he brings a new atmosphere to the locker room, and they can like I said earlier, they can finish the season strong, and then
Sure.
come out on a high note, have a good draft, and come back and hit the grass hard on spring or in preseason and make an impact next year.
I don't envy Mike Borgonzi, our new GM, who's only 1 year in, has now got to make possibly the most important coaching decision of at least the Tennessee side of things, because now this coach is going to inherit a rookie quarterback. He's going to inherit a team that needs stars badly, and he's done well with this draft class. He'll have to draft well again. That's a lot to put on a GM, but hey, it's the old quote from the movie Soap Dish, right? This is a hard decision, but I get paid $10.5 million to make them. So here we go. And that's just how it is. I don't envy that decision, but hey, that's why they make the money. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's John Gruden or somebody, though. I kind of feel that kind of direction for some reason. Couldn't tell you why.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to think of who's going to be your next coach.
Mhm.
Especially when maybe
Sure.
they'll put trust in the guy that's already in house and let him try to sign him to like a 2-year contract or something like that. What do you do you think the Titans are going to have a fire sale
Oh yeah.
before?
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, they kind of already are. I mean,
Right.
before this weekend's game.
Diana Rossini, Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter, everybody has said who's on the chopping block or whatnot. All we've heard is that Big Jeff isn't going anywhere. That's not really that shocking. But everybody else, look, they said it before. Chad Brinker, our head of football operations, your former head of analytics, uh, said it best that he goes, the only way you can dig out of this problem is to have a bunch of draft picks in the first 100. So they want a bunch of draft picks in that first 100, be it second, third, fourth. They want that many draft picks, and it makes sense, right? More bites at that apple. They want as many bites at that apple as that can because guess what? That's how you're going to get out of this mess. You got to get draft picks. You got to get them in here and make them work. That's how it goes down to.
Yeah, there's speculation in Green Bay that they've been reaching out to try to get a corner, which is if you've watched the last a few games,
Corners are
it's
hard
it's
to find nowadays, aren't they? Goodness, I
yeah.
can't. I don't think anybody really has a. Have you seen a shutdown corner all year? I haven't really seen one that I'm like, whoa, this guy's really killing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's crazy. I mean, you'd hope to sign in Nate Hobbs. Granted, he wasn't like a household name when he came over from Las Vegas, but he's kind of
sure,
we talked during training camp was they had to tell him to scale back because he was hurting people, and then
Lord,
you see
that's
him
the
in
Raider
the
mentality. He's like, kill him.
your own teammate, right? And then you see
Yeah,
him like in the regular season, it's like what the hell? And then Valentine, it's like he has good games and bad games, and the games where he's good are the games that the defensive line gets immediate pressure to the quarterback, and he just
right,
throws up a dummy ball. And so it's like same with Keyshawn Nixon. Even like today, it was like third and goal or fourth and goal, and the Packers like stopped them. It was actually a pass to the back of the end zone, and McKinney came down with it but he only had 1 foot in bounds, so it wasn't an interception. but it was a flag on Nixon, so it was automatically first and goal. It's like, come on, man. It's just like giving up the big penalties to like negate a good defensive play. It
Oh,
just gets so frustrating, and seeing
very.
him get burnt. And he's not a CB1. I don't think he is, and it's just only time he's looked good all year is when like the defensive seven, front seven, get to the quarterback, make him throw a bad pass, and it's frustrating. It's infuriating.
Oh,
I
it is. It's
yeah,
like
and I just hope.
all the hard work, and it just gets taken away, brushed away like nothing. It's
Yeah, and I hope the Packers, do something before the trade deadline and get a like a household name cornerback in there, because I don't think Keyshawn Nixon is it, nor I don't think Nate Hobbs has proven his contract in this last offseason. So um, now we don't have a first round draft pick as of yet for the next 2 years. Hopefully, at the second round draft picks, the next 2 years we can draft a corner or get one in free agency, I guess. But
Yeah, no, totally, 100%. They are. I'm sorry, this Seahawks team is putting on a clinic. I mean, they Sam Darnold is going absolutely nuts on the Washington, the communists over here.
what's the
Just
score?
it's 28-7 now, but the man just keeps throwing and people keep catching him for like gobs and gobs of yardage. It's crazy to me. Absolutely nuts though. Oh,
Yeah. Do you think the Vikings made the right decision by letting him go and sticking with
no.
JJ?
Well, I mean, look, JJ looked good today, but that doesn't mean he'll look good next week or whatever. I think KOC and Darnold. I'll just say it. Like it stinks that it's in your division, of course, but KOC is a pretty good offensive mind. I think we've seen him take enough. I mean, he made Kirk Cousins look like a god a couple of times, which is pretty crazy. Sam Darnold's figured it out with the Seahawks, but I don't think that happens if he doesn't go to the Vikings with KOC. And they drafted J.J. McCarthy. The speculation around the Vikings camp was that management said, "Hey, we drafted J.J. McCarthy high, so you have to play him." But I bet
Yeah.
if you and I cornered KOC in a room in an airport bathroom and said, "You wanted Darnold, didn't you?" He would say, "You bet your ass I would."
I don't think you would. I don't think you would have to go to like the airport bathroom. We could just wipe pages his name and find him
Yeah.
and show
Hey,
up at his front door.
it's just us. We're all friends here. You don't know us, but we're all friends. You wanted Darnold to stay, right? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no. I
Yeah, it's
would
crazy.
believe it.
They look good from what I saw today against the Lions. They look good. He's mobile. He has a rocket arm, and a couple of the passes that he made were pretty big passes, and they beat a good Lions team, which I think
Hmm.
it's only fitting that we lost and the Lions lost. So I mean, we're still in
Right.
first place. So it's
Parity is important.
yeah, right.
Two forces when they're about to meet cannot, physics 101.
Absolutely. Do you have any trade deadline wish list? Like, is there anything you're looking for, or just kind of?
Nah, get them out, get them all out of here. I can't wait until. By the way, I've said this, I've clipped it a million times. I said just get ready for what's next because they're gonna sell off people. Just get ready. So I personally cannot wait till I see the first fan. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they got rid of this guy. Why? We're 1-8, bud. What do you mean you can't think why they would get rid of this guy? It's time to sell, 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 sell. So
Yeah,
they'll find some scrubs or some people that are ready to move on from a practice squad. Maybe you get something there, but look, this season's going to be what it's going to be. Titans are going to be picking low, and I expect them to trade out of that draft pick uh, and stack picks because you want a lot of picks. So, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they really love that wide receiver out of Ohio State, whatever his name is. Uh, Jeremiah. Is it Jeremiah? I can't remember. Anyway, I'm doing a bunch of. It's our bye week, so I get to do a bunch of draft research this week. Oh, goody.
yeah, it's crazy. It's like I'm thinking too. Like the Packers obviously this offseason they signed McManus to a multi-year deal, but then they
Mhm.
get that kicker that came in Everest, and he was like lights out. He kicked the Packers um, franchise longest field goal when he was in for McManus. So now they got this kicker sitting, second string. It's like, what do you do now? I mean, McManus has missed a couple of field goals this year,
Right.
and it's just, you look back to our losses, and it goes back to, well, I mean, we had turnovers in both games, but special teams, blocked
Mm-hmm.
field goals, the tie to
Mm-hmm.
the Cowboys.
Yep.
We what gave the Cowboys momentum was that blocked field goal or blocked extra point before halftime, return for whatever, and then they just got momentum after that. And the game, I mean, just like neck and neck the whole time against them.
It's such a
Yeah,
bummer because Versace is very considered a good special teams coach. It's weird to see them kind of waver here, Very strange.
yeah. Like what's his name? Lucas
Yeah.
Haversick. He looked like he was awesome, and it's like, well, what the hell do? You want to showcase him, and he's a clutch field goal kicker. Maybe you trade him for maybe draft picks. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just
Right.
because you never. It's just you'd hate to like get rid of him or release him, and then McManus was poor, and it's like you could have just bit the
Right.
money you gave McManus and give this kid a shot. But you never know. It's just it's crazy. It's a chess game, and it sucks.
Yeah. Oh, it is. There's plenty of things like they're so secretive. All NFL teams are, but it's like, could you just explain to me why? Like, if you could just explain to me why instead of the coach speak, right? This guy gives us the best chance to win. Blah blah blah. Okay, why do you think that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
could just spell it out, but no team ever does. And I'm like, I don't know why we're playing this game. Just tell me why, and we'll move on with our lives. Well, we will corner them in a airport bathroom to get them to tell us the truth. That's what
Well,
we'll
I'll miss to have an airport bathroom.
do.
I'm not gonna be going to an airport bathroom to
Come
corner
on,
somebody.
come on, man, come
I'll
on.
show up at their front door with the microphone and ask them the question.
Your thoughts, sir. Put it right under their nose. That make that satisfying, sound. Oh, sir, what are your thoughts on?
Yeah, I mean the thing is too, like the Packers, like if like Van Ness was healthy, he's been out the
Mhm.
last couple of games. Devontae Wyatt's coming back from knee injury, and you got Rashawn Gary playing probably some of his best ball he's played in a while, and you got Parsons. I mean, you think like with Gary playing how he's playing that you might get a little interest in trading from different teams. I know there's been talk about teams that have wanted to trade for like Quay Walker, but I think I would rather keep Quay Walker over Rashawn Gary just because the value, what you can get for Rashawn Gary. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because then you'll have Van Ness coming up in his spot, and with Parsons on the other. I just going back on that too. It's like our two losses. We lost to the Browns, and they had a depleted offensive line.
Hmm.
We should have fed that whole game against
Yeah.
Cleveland.
You should have.
Then
You should
and
have
then
feasted
how
on them.
much they're talking about Carolina and how depleted their offensive line was, and we got the only sack we had or close to a sack was that strip fumble from McKinney. Other than that, there wasn't really any pressure on the quarterback, and it's just like, you got this offensive line that's hurting. Guys are limping off the field like every other play, and we're getting absolutely no pressure on their quarterback, and it's just you're not going to win games doing that.
No, you got to break the pocket. At least pressure them if you can't get sacks. If you can't do that, then what are we doing? What are we paying you millions of dollars for?
Right?
You know.
And I get it. Parsons is getting double teamed and whatnot, but if he's getting double and triple teamed, someone's got to be open.
Sure.
You know. And if your whole line's getting stuffed, do it like do what you did with McKinney. Do like a safety blitz or a cornerback blitz, or it's just they've got to figure out how to get pressure on the quarterback consistently because it's been ass lately. The pressure in the quarterback part of the game. And it's
Yeah,
frustrating.
it is. It is.
Like what was it? What was a quote from LaFleur? If we can't figure shit out and score in the red zone, it's gonna be tough to win football games. Yeah. Thanks
Yep.
for
Thank
the
you.
football
Thank you for
101,
that.
coach.
Yeah. Thank you. I
You
appreciate
know,
that. Yeah.
how about you don't run trips to the left and have your running back swing out to the freaking left and throw a bubble screen and get him a 5-yard loss on 3rd and 6. It's just
He's doing the Madden speak, right? You need to see, or you don't know what you're looking at. Like,
yeah.
you got to score to win football games. Yeah.
So I was like I mentioned before. We do Iowa Joe and I do a recap, like about a
Mhm.
half an hour show on on the social media platforms after Packer games, and we're talking about maybe LaFleur should be rescinded from his play calling duties, and he's like, well, I don't know if like what do you say, Stenovich or one of the other one of the other coordinators or whatever. He's like, I don't know if he's still on the team or not. And he's like, who would you want to have play calling? I said AI. Just have AI call the plays.
Chat GPT. That's what
Yeah,
I want.
yeah. It's just they've got to figure something out. And like I don't see the Packers like not retaining LaFleur, but I think he's got to show that he can make that push for the trophy. You
Yeah.
know, or
Yeah.
but
I agree.
yeah,
Look, he's got something to prove. Like, this is nobody's job is ever really safe in the NFL, and every now and then we get reminded of that. And he should not feel safe whatsoever, no matter how comfortable you are. Ain't
yeah.
no
I
debate.
mean, if you think of so him and Goody are in the same contract length or whatever. So I think after next year their contract's up. They haven't been renewed yet. So
Right.
it'd be a tough call. If they've had the same amount of success in their tenure, would you get rid of both of them, or get rid of the coach and leave the GM, or you get rid of the GM and keep the coach? It's
I
crazy.
I would say just to clean it all out. You know what I mean? Like, it's done, whatever it is. Get new blood in there, get new stuff flowing. That would be my uh, thing. But what do I know?
Right.
Clean
You
it out.
you I assume you've paid attention somewhat to the Packers this year, and just
Sure.
obviously with all the stuff I post on social media and whatnot. What is your thought from the outside looking in and on how their season is going?
Well, I do stalk you quite a bit, but the but that's for other reasons. But the I couldn't help it; it was there. The when I look at the Packers, I really thought, you signed Micah Parsons and whatever else, so that was the piece they needed to get back to the glory land, bring another title, the title town, all that stuff. I truly believe that. Um, I think that at times Jordan Love's play has been uninspiring. I think at times coaching calls have been even worse than uninspiring. Um, and I've seen a lot of going back to the well. And I guess I just wasn't ready for that because it's one thing if you see it a game or two, right? Because, but to see it again and again and again, especially at a home game today, I think that was kind of like, what are we doing? You know? So I think they're a good team. I do. But they've got to get out of their own way here. It's you're going to be really dangerous if you stop beating yourself. And that's what it comes down to for me. Because, like it or not, and it's a true adage, no matter how it needs to be said or whatnot. Uh, you know, you beat yourself more times than you're beating the other team, and good teams don't lose to bad teams like Carolina. That's
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned that, and I think back to some of the plays where Jordan Love barely got the ball in his hand, and he had the guy blitzing like right,
yeah, boom.
right, right on him, and who is our center that's not making the block is Elton Jenkins, the guy
Right.
who was like revered as like one of the best linemen, like the past few years and all this, and it's just like we could get back Jaden Reed, we got Christian Watson back, we got Romeo Dobbs, you got Matthew Golden. That's cool and all, but if you can't protect your quarterback, they're not going to get the ball.
Yeah, it
You
won't
know,
matter. Won't matter one
yeah,
bit.
he's going to be throwing freaking bubble screens to the running back out of the backfield in the flat, or he's going to be trying to do a screen up the middle. It's just it ain't what happened. We just can't have a repeat of what happened today. Let's just put it that way.
No, you really can't, right? Because if you start if it starts happening again and again and again, then it's no longer just an immorality. It's a habit. It's a problem that keeps coming up.
Yeah,
That's when things start to get worrisome for people. I'm not at the worry mark. outside looking in. I'm not at the worry mark, but needless to say, if you guys go on and you have two bad games back to back, I'm going to start going, okay, what's going on in Green Bay? Like what is happening? So, oh wow, but sorry, Sam Darnold is on fire. They just showed his halftime stats. He is a monster.
Yeah,
So, golly, that and the Colts throwing 6 or 5 turnovers is really weird.
yeah. What's your team outlook going forward? Like, what do you like? What do you expect to see the rest of the year?
Not a lot of wins, so savor what wins you can and get ready to trade the get ready to trade your assets and start fresh. I mean, you're about to bring in a brand new coach, right? And I always love it. I love it every year, Brian, because everybody goes, "Well, no one's going to want to coach for that team," and blah blah blah. And then there's every coach is available. Yeah, exactly. They're getting paid. They're going to show up. So, but
Yeah,
it's so
you get the
funny.
money. You got Nashville. I mean, come on, really?
Yeah, like come on, people are going to show up. And look, hey, the quarterback's already set for you. The team is unmolded clay at this point, so you get to really put it in a direction you want it to go. It's like last year, right? We were hiring a GM, and they said Mike Borgonzi is one of the top GM candidates, and guess what? But he is no way he's going to be interested in the Titans. Who did he sign with? Us. Like it's so silly that you have to get out of this. There's only 32 of these jobs, okay? Like coaches want to coach, want to be successful. They are crazy competitive freaks, so they need. It's going to happen, and I just laugh every single time. Well, no one's going to want to coach, and blah blah blah. Okay, the only time I've seen a coach turn down working for an organization was Ron Rivera to Jerry Jones, and I think that was for an obvious reason. But
Yeah, wasn't it the Giants and Cowboys? Like,
mm,
wasn't he coach of the Giants or play for the Giants or something like that?
Ron Rivera, he went on to coach the Commanders. Poor guy, he had cancer. He's trying to coach
Yeah,
or whatnot. But that was the last time I remembered a coach saying, "No, I'm okay. Like, I don't want to do this."
like, no
But
thanks.
then, and look, they had Mike McCarthy, and hell, it might be Mike McCarthy in Tennessee before it's all said and done. So who I don't really know.
Hell, it
Mike,
might be Mike McCarthy coming back to Green Bay in a couple of years. You never.
you
he
really
moved.
don't.
He moved back to Green Bay this year.
Did
He
he
has
really?
his house. He moved back to his house. So
Is he
it's
watching? Is he on Matt Lafleur watch? Is he just lurking in the background? You
I
know.
don't know. He was in the stands at the game last weekend in Pittsburgh.
Oh
He's from
wow.
He's from Pittsburgh. So
Yeah. I look. Anybody. People love Nashville. People love Tennessee. People will love to coach here. People will love to build a team in their image and whatnot. But it's really funny to me because I'm sitting here like I keep trying to use every little bit of my savvy, what last brain cells I have left, Brian, to try to figure out what you do at the head coaching position here. Do you go for a more certified guy like a John Gruden or Mike McCarthy? Or is it time for a retread like Robert Sala, Arthur Smith, and all these guys that are going to get another shot at it eventually? So
I
I don't
think
know.
if you bring in like Mike McCarthy, I think he's going to want to bring in his own coaching staff, obviously. So that might shake things up a little bit there. And
Oh, look, that coaching staff
who
is dead. They're dead.
who wouldn't want to come in and coach with McCarthy? You know,
Hmm.
he has quite the resume. He has one title, but I mean, he's worked with like Rodgers, and it's just
Yes.
I'd
And
hire him, I guess.
he went. Look, he can turn the team instantly from bad to mediocre, and that's a
Yeah,
successful season
yeah,
out the gate. So,
yeah.
like to me, it's like the pressure is not going to be immense. It's going to be, oh, okay, I just need to get this team rolling. That's all I have to do, and then we'll get good when we have to get good. So,
Right.
yeah,
Which game do you think was the biggest surprise of the week so
the biggest
far?
the biggest surprise of the week. I mean, yours is definitely up there, but the oh shoot, that Bears and Cincy game. Oh my goodness, God help me.
Yeah,
I, I mean, I get it. It's the Bears. You hate them and whatnot, but you had to enjoy that back and forth ping pong match there for a while. It just goes to show you that no matter how time passes, how many times we try to reinvent the quarterback position, a strong shotgun passing quarterback will always be in service here. Joe Flacco is always going to have a job forever and ever and ever and ever
Yep,
because
for
he can
sure.
sit in the pocket and spin it. That's
Yep.
the only reason. And I couldn't believe. Look. Let's face it. Caleb got a little lucky there, right? He threw the pass, and the defender took a bad angle, and off the guy went to the races. But
Yep.
still, that had to be one of the best games I've ever seen. A shootout to the 100th degree. Really, really fun to watch. Really, really fun to watch. So
What do you think? Who do you think is the most overrated so far and underrated?
overrated, underrated. I will definitely say, we definitely underrated the Colts this year. I think we all overlooked that. And look, to be fair, I think that's a fair reason to overlook them. Who knew that Daniel Jones was going to get an offense and a defense that he just clicked with so great.
Right.
The most overrated one I see is I hate saying this, but it's kind of the Chiefs, right? I mean, no, Ravens. Ravens were the most overrated team. All offseason, we heard about how great they're going to be. And I'm great. That's great that Lamar's back, and that's all fantastic and good. But that defense stinks for the Ravens. And did you ever think in our timeline, Brian, that we would ever see a Ravens team with a bad defense? Ever. I can't even remember. I've always thought Ravens, and I've always thought defense right after.
Yeah.
Like Ravens defense.
You say Ravens, and the first thing that comes in my head is the sound of pads colliding.
Right, exactly. Exactly. They've always had a good
Ed
defense.
Reed, Ray Lewis.
Right, all those guys. Samari Roll, just Tony Siragusa. I mean, those
Chris
guys.
Orr.
Right, they were
Their D,
monsters.
isn't he their D coordinator now, Chris Orr?
I don't know. Is he? I have to
I
check
think
it
so.
out.
His brother Jonathan Orr played for the Badgers. He's a decent
Oh,
receiver.
did he? Oh, I
Yep.
didn't know that.
So
But yeah, so these guys, and to see them with a bad defense is kind of a head scratcher for the
yeah.
first time for me. Oh wow, jeez.
What are your thoughts on Jair getting traded to the Eagles
I think
from Baltimore?
I think those people criticizing the Packers need to line up and kiss your butt, right? I mean, everybody said it was a bad trade. I didn't. Not that I'm special or anything like that. But I was sitting there
You're
like,
special.
I'm special, all right. Special like a fox. So the the way I look at it is the Packers are a pretty savvy group. If they're trading him, there's something rotten in the state of Denmark, right? Like that's the first warning. Like, why are they trading Jared Alexander? What's going on there? And to see him traded again seems like something is rotten in the state of Denmark. So, but yeah, you don't really hear complaining about him being traded now, do we? So,
No, I mean, I think the Packers, they do their homework on people, and I think that's a lot of what they don't get credit for. A lot is you got the people that want to keep him for his past contributions, not for his current and future contributions. When the last 3 years he's missed 17 games, and you're paying him how much money? Wouldn't you rather pay that money out and have somebody potentially on the field making plays for you while you're paying them? I
right.
mean, you got to think of
Yeah.
it that way.
No, 100%.
So, I
100%.
mean, best of luck to him. Thank you for what you did in Green Bay. But it's your time is gone. Your window ran out. Same with Rodgers. I wish him the best, but I didn't want him to win last weekend, and he didn't. And he played a decent game.
Yeah, he did.
But the Packers ultimately won. So I mean, that's all I could have hoped for, and it happened. So I mean, he stayed upright. He didn't get hurt.
Right? Gets better and better every time, to be sure. Ooh,
So
wow. Anyway, but yeah, it's just how it is. Like if people are going to talk about Jared Alexander, I still think there's something going on because to get traded into the season like that seems a little.
and he's from Baltimore. He was college teammates with Lamar Jackson. So
Oh,
something
was he
had to have
really?
happened to get him
Yeah,
out
to
of. He's
get
probably running his mouth and see ya.
that would be
You
my
know,
guess. Yeah,
because I mean, you
usually.
think back to the game. Was it against Baltimore or whatever? One of his last games that or was it against Carolina where it was against Carolina where he made himself team captain. He came out to the midfield and like he went out there and I think he got suspended for it by the team. But he went out there as a team captain. He wasn't designated as a team captain. So that kind of gives you an idea of what kind of a character he is. But he was a great guy to have. I mean, I when he was in his prime, when he did good, I mean, it was awesome watching him play. But it
Right.
sucks when you get injuries and injuries hamper you from being the best.
Injuries, bad
Yeah,
attitude, deadly combination. You
for
know,
sure.
Yep.
What have been your? We'll finish on positives for the Titans and for the
Oh,
Packers. What's been positive for the Titans this year?
you have a rookie draft class that is contributing big time. Your tight end Gunnar Helm from Texas has played very well. Your kick returner Cameron DK is leading the league, or Chimeri DK is leading the league in kick returns. And then
From
Wisconsin.
former Badger. Then he went to Florida to go with Graham Mertz.
That's
Anyways,
right. So he returned a punt. He got his first punt return today. He got a
saw that.
touchdown. Yeah, good for him. He's a hardworking guy, and it's great. I haven't had a kick returner, so it's great. And you have a rookie quarterback that is learning on the fly, so you got moments of brilliance and whatever else. So the draft class is contributing. I wish everything else worked, but the draft class is contributing. So I'll take that as a positive.
Yeah, I think for the Packers, I think they have the tools. They have what it takes to be successful.
They do.
Like you said earlier, they get in their heads and they beat themselves. Overall, if you get a healthy line, Jordan Love can stay upright. You get, injuries always suck. Obviously losing Tucker crap, but we got Luke Musgrave who can step up and play that role. We got Christian Watson back. He's looking good. Dubs is looking good. Get Jaden Reed back. Get him out there 100% flying around. Matthew Golden, I just think, this they can't be committing dumb penalties. They got to be better with discipline.
Yes.
Maybe some not so. How do I want to say this? Some plays that my third grader can call out before it even happens. It's
Four
you can't be
verts,
you
baby.
can't be so predictable. Maybe run the same formation, same play, but don't run it to the. Don't do what you did at the exact time you did it before. Do something different to the other side. Catch them off guard. But
Instead of
I
the
just think
extra
that.
blocker on the left side, I'm going to put him on the right side.
And what I don't get, so the last couple of games, it's like, well, the Packers, they've had it, 4th and 5 in the
Oh, yeah.
opponent's territory. Go for it. Look how successful the Packers are on 4th down. At least today they were successful, I thought.
Mm.
Then they had it at one point in the first half, 4th and 5, and they like kicked the field goal or punt. I forgot what it was. It was like, just go for it.
Yeah.
If I don't know. They're predictable, and I don't know what's going on, with the decisions, but I think they'll be okay. Once you hit
They
the
will.
playoffs, that everyone's 0-0, so it's I just
Anybody's game at that point when you get into the
yeah,
playoffs.
yeah. The NFC North is a crazy division.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got the Vikings beating the Lions, and the Lions, the points the Lions are putting up 51, 50 plus points the last few games, and just blowing people out. And you got the Bears in a shootout with the team that we beat, a couple weekends ago. It's crazy. It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre, but
Football
it's
this
fun.
week is drunk.
Yeah,
NFL
it's
football is
drunk.
drunk
Go
this
home.
week.
Go home.
Yeah.
You're drunk,
Go
right?
home. You're drunk. This is awful.
But I know you have a show at 9:30, right? Coming
Yes,
up in
sir. I do.
15.
Yeah,
So
coming up in 15. But I'll hang out
I'll
with you. It's my
I'll let
show.
you
I'll
get.
start it when I want to.
I'll let you. Hey, I want to thank you for being on. I want to give a shout out to
Always.
old Iowa Joe, for giving me I guess the platform to do the podcast on. Ohana Packers on Twitter. Um, where can people find you
They can find
besides besides in an empty football stadium in Tennessee?
There's 18 of us. Thank you. Anyway, so maybe 13. You can find me at Mr. First Down on Twitter. You can find me on my YouTube, which is Fanboys Unleashed. I talk NFL football 365 24/7 all throughout the year. And of course, I am a rabid Titans fan. And when I do my show here coming up soon, I'll talk a little bit about my Titans, but I'm down to talk any NFL football. Whatever you want to do in the chat, bring it on. Let's chit chat about it. Let's talk football. Let's have ourselves a show.
For sure. And you can find me if you go to CheezeTalk_pod on X or Twitter.
He's
Cheese is
usually
spelled with
posting mean things about me, but
Cheese is spelled with a Z. The link to all my other socials, if you go to the link tree in my profile, just click on that, and all my Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and whatever else
good
is
old
on
link
there.
tree.
Yeah, link tree. I'm trying to get Sam to do it, but he hasn't done it yet. So
No,
he has like a novel written out in his profile that has like all of his links to his social media, but that's okay. It works, right? Whatever works for you.
I wrote it.
But but no, I want to thank you for being on.
Always.
Always a blast. Look forward to having you on later on in the season. We can bash both of our teams again, and we'll
Well, there's gonna be an episode of us crying. Just like
yeah,
why did this happen?
yeah. We're just gonna have like paper bags over our head that says like sell the team, and
Yeah. I'm like, you own the team. What do you mean sell it? What are you gonna sell it to?
Yeah, I'm turning my stock and I want a refund. No, but yeah, man, appreciate it. Have fun on your show. I'll probably chime in and say hi a couple times, and yeah,
Sounds
thanks
fun.
again, and have a great night, man.
You too, bud. Take care.
Yep. See ya.
See ya.